Okay, guys, starting on lab number 5, simple staining, negative staining. We're talking about how we color the bacteria. Fact of the matter is, those bacteria are clear, and if you put those on a clear slide and then bathe it in white light, you're not going to see anything. It's just they disappear. So what we want to do is to give some contrast to them. And what do? We just dye them. We use these stains. Those are basically just dyes. Now the stains come in two types initially. There's more, but for simple, we have the basic stains are going to be positively charged. The components of the cell, the bacterial cell, um, is going to be negatively charged, so the positive stain will be attracted to that, and it makes it really easy to see these guys. We also have an acidic or negatively stained. These guys are attracted to the glass slide, not the bacteria. So you see, you basically color the background and leave the bacteria alone. Now this is going to really be a help if we're looking for capsules. Anyway, we're going to have to heat fix these guys. So what we're going to do, let me just bump right on down here. Okay. So in this lab, we normally would be doing this with E. coli. We do some from a plate, some from a broth. We'd also do some yeast, and we'd use nigrosin as our acidic or our negative stain, and we'd use the methylene blue as our basic or positive stain. So how do we do this? Well, first we get those slides and we draw a circle on the bottom of the slide, not the side that we're going to be putting the bacteria on, but the opposite side. Why do we do that? So we know exactly where the bacteria is, because you're not going to be able to see them on a glass slide. Okay, then we're going to take one small loop of the E. coli from the broth, and we're going to spread it around inside that circle. Now we really want this thing to be sort of air dried before we go to the next step. What do we do with the one from the plate? We get one drop of water. The less water, the better. And you put it on that other slide with its little circle. Then you get a small bit of bacteria from the plate, and you want it to be just barely cloudy. If you get a big chunk of it, it's going to be too thick. You won't be able to see individual cells, and it'll be a mess, and it'll be useless. Get a very small amount, not even a loopful. Put it in that drop of water that you put on there, and then mix it up. Again, spreading it out over the inside of that black circle. And then again, once this guy has air dried, and that's why you use less water. If you put a lot of water on these slides, then you have the joy of sitting around and watching water dry off a slide. There's not much to compete with that except maybe you're watching grass grow. So less is more, both of water and of the bacteria. Once these are dried, we take the slide, we usually hold it with a clothespin, and we run the part with the circles through the fire 3 times, just fairly reasonably quickly. What's this going to do? Well, it's going to kill the bacteria, yes, but it's also going to stick them to the glass. It's going to almost like gluing them to the glass. This is what we want. We don't want to spend too much time in the fire, or else it'll ruin them and we won't be able to see anything. So you just can't hold it. It's just 1, 2, 3, just like that, guys. Okay, once we've got these guys heat fixed, then we can hold the slide over the sink, because this stuff is messy, and if you get it on your hands, it's going to wear off, because there's nothing you can do to take it off except let the skin fall off over time. So you get a dropper, add a couple of drops of this methylene blue, and spread it all over the cell structure. Then you wait 60 seconds. Then you rinse it off with water, and you shouldn't be able to see any blue. I mean, it should maybe a little tight, slight tint, but the blue would be gone. Then we've got a book of something called bibulous paper. You blot it. By blotting, I mean you gently pat it. You do not rub it, because if you rub it, you remove the bacteria. They're heat fixed to the slide, guys, but that doesn't mean you can't actually wipe them off if you really try. And at that point, we're ready to go to the microscope with it, and we go through the regular procedure until we get to the 40x. And when we get ready to go to the 100x, of course, we have to do the oil. To do this with well, either way you do it, it's going to be the same for the bacteria, for the simple stain with the methylene blue. Now, negative stain, this is why they wanted us to use the baker's yeast. We need 2 slides with this. We do the heat fixing just like we did everything else. And once it's dry, what we'll do is we put a drop, you can see right there, put a drop of the nigrous in there, and then you just kind of gently roll it out like that. And once it's dried, you can you put this under the microscope, and you will see the yeast, and they're a lot bigger than the bacteria, but you'll see the capsule around them. And it actually looks kind of like the nighttime sky. Starry sky is what I describe it as. Okay, so that's the simple staining, both the negative and the positive. These are really good. That especially is pretty good. So that's got it for Lab 5, guys.